Hello guys, welcome along. Nigel's Modelling Bench here. Thanks for tuning in. After you've watched this video, if you like it, please give me a like, and if you don't like it, please give me a dislike and tell me why. As some of you will know, since I bought the HK models 1/32 scale Lancaster, I've had a bit of a Lancaster thing going on. I've had a Lancaster thing going on for years actually. I've got 3 of the Tamiya 1/48 kits. Now I've got the 1/32 scale, I've got the Meng Tunes thing, and this one, and the Revell 1/72 that I've started building on here. And as some of you will be aware, in no uncertain terms, some people told me that the Revell kit was a load of crap, and this was the one to have. Well, I bought the Revell one as a fun build, and yes, it was a fun build, but turns out the intakes are all out of shape and the dihedral's wrong, and you know, I can put up with certain things, but I can't look at the intakes being like the state they were in. It was just, they were crazy, you know, they were like bloody warehouses. It's huge. So I've modified them, and if you look on my channel elsewhere, you'll see how I did it. So I took people's advice and I went and bought this from Antics, and the only place I could find that in stock actually, and it retails at £37 there. You could pay more for it on eBay if you want to, but yeah, you could get it from Antics for 37. It's cheaper at a couple of websites, but out of stock. So, like I say, going off the ball now, I bought this kit, and I really like it, and I like it so much I thought I'd do a proper in-box review. So this is the box, as you can see here. It's the Dambusters version. It's very glossy, as you can see, because of the light reflections, which is why I'm holding it up. So if we have a quick look around the box, we've got some information here about what it was all about. You've got the 2 different options that are available. They're recommending your Humbrol paints there, which you might or might not want to use. And then here we've got some CAD images of the model. It comes with the trolley and the upkeep bomb. We've got the belly gun there, which is on AJT. We've got some nice detail in the front there. It's showing a very heavy scribed lines for the panelling, and we've got posable open flaps, which is really nice. Made in India, decals are by Cartograph, which is nice, and the kit number is A09007, and as I say, it's lovely. So we'll kick off the review with a quick look at the instructions. As you can see on the front here, we've got some information about the history of what the actual raid was all about, and everything. Got some notes on here telling you to wash your parts in warm water. Always worth doing with any kits you buy, particularly the likes of Airfix and Bronco, and Takom. In fact, if you go to there's a video on YouTube where the company called Das Works, you'll see I did a review of their new Fawn tank transporter truck. There's a video on there where they go and actually show you the parts being moulded at Takom, and I know there are people online, no names mentioned, who categorically say there is no way that moulding companies use release agent. Well, go and look at that video. There's a girl on a mould tool and she plasters it in release agent. She's probably doing it every 10 or 12 shots. So believe me, your parts are going to get oil on them. So yeah, I've got some history. I'm an engineer myself, and I've got some history of injection moulding, and I can tell you that release agent is used by a lot of companies in a lot of different applications, especially on cold tooling. So anyway, so there's the instructions. Got history on the front. Going over, we got some health and safety information there. You know, not letting your dog make your model for you. And then going straight into step 1, we've got the bomb bay. We're adding the bulkheads to the end. Then we've got these centre bulkheads with the main, the trailing spar on there. Making up the cockpit seat, which is, I'm so impressed with this. It's really nice. The seat is the correct shape. It's got the correct hollow bowl in it. The cockpit raised floor area is the correct shape. It's got the stops there for the control column, and you've got the control column going in there. Adding the floor onto the front of the cockpit, you've got the actual instrument panel, which is leaning back, as it should do here. So it leans back into there. The only thing I can see wrong with this is that corner should be cut off, and this front edge here should be radiused. Other than that, this is spot on. It's actually, for accuracy, it's better than the HK 32nd scale, so worth bearing in mind. Then we're putting the clear parts in, and we're going to open up a little hole down in there. Obviously on the standard Lancaster there would be a clear part there where the camera looks through, so I don't quite know how they get around that on the, we'll have a look on the parts in a minute. So then we're putting the wing spars in with the floor, and then we're adding this is the bomb sight going in there. I don't think the Dambuster version shouldn't have a bomb sight. We've got our navigator wireless operator's table with a map there. It's got a decal map telling us to remove part of that there. And then add that in, which is like a little wall at the end of the table. And then we're adding the table assembly into the fuselage. And then if we're doing AJT as it appeared with the belly gun, then we're going to be adding the gun. Just bear in mind, certain periods of time it didn't have a gun, other times it did. So we've got some more windows going in here, and then we've got to open up some more holes, cut off those hinges for the bomb bay doors, obviously, because we're not going to be using the bomb bay doors. Engineer's panel has a decal there, and then closing the fuselage up. Building up the main landing gear bays onto those spars, which is unusual, very unusual way of building a model. And then adding the wing halves, or the top halves anyway, to the actual main spars there, which is a all unusual way of doing things. Then we're adding the lower wing sections on. We've got our lights going in here, and then we're building up tailplanes and elevators. What's this here? Oh, we're doing the radiators now. These are the radiators and oil coolers for the Merlin engines, so they're going in there, and this is all open, so you get to see all the front and back of that and everything, which is cool. And then we've got the exhaust shrouds going on, air intakes for the engine to breathe. We've got this flap in the bottom here, which can be opened or closed. Then we're doing this again on this engine. Then we're building up the main engines with the inboard engines, adding in that bulkhead there, which has got the oil tank detail and everything on it. All very nice. And then adding the main inboard engines onto the wings, and then adding the outboard engines. Be interesting to see. I think this kit is correct in that it's got all 4 engines up to that line there. They should be the same. What's this here? This is gear doors, and it's telling us to cut those bits off there if we're having them closed, or if we're having it on the ground, we're going to leave them on. We'll add the main undercarriage supports there. There's a good video on YouTube of Jess Jane having these removed. You can see the guys struggling to get them off, and there's some meaty piece of casting they are. Well, they may actually be machined from solid, I don't know. Undercarriage legs going in here. Check your references for your colours. A lot of people paint these silver, whereas I think they should be black. And then you've got some more undercarriage gear going in there, and then we're adding the doors. And those legs that we were supposed to cut off earlier, if we're doing it in flight, they're going to go in there now and join onto the undercarriage legs. Then we've got our flaps going in. We can have them open or closed, and obviously this rear part of the inboard engines needs to be put on according whether you're going to have them opened or closed. Adding these little shrouds over here for the fronts of the engines, which is a very nice touch. Building up the fins with their separate rudders, so it's all positionable, which is nice. It's always nice to have a little bit of an off square. It adds a bit of interest to the model. Now we're on to the Dambusters bit, and we're going to cut some holes in here. We're going to add the rear shroud in. I'm assuming this is the light. They're telling you to put the light there. I think the light should go back there, not there. Then you've got the hydraulic motor for that drives, that actually spins the bomb. That was driven off of the hydraulic system for the bomb bay doors normally. Then you've got the actual bomb carrier going in there, the support for the bomb carrier. Then we've got the covers going on and the drive belt that spins it. Tail wheel there, just popping in, so you can add the tail wheel leg and then put the wheel in later after it's painted. And then flat spotted tires, which looks nice. Adding those in, these black squares telling you not to cement them. Adding in the front bomb aimer's sight underneath him, and then we've got the front spotlight there, which they used for getting the correct altitude for going on the bombing raids. Going into the rear turret assembly now, we've got the 4-gun 4 guns there. Sorry guys, I had a coughing fit there, probably because I haven't stopped talking. It just goes on and on and on this, doesn't it? So we're adding the tail gun there, and then we've got the nose gun going, nose turret going in there, little P-top tube there, loop aerial going in underneath the main canopy. That's separate from the cannon, which is unusual. So we've got that little lookout dome there, and then adding the canopy, putting the blisters in the side. You have a look at your actual aircraft to determine whether it should have flat or blistered parts. We'll have a look at the clear parts in a minute, and we'll see if we get the option to have them flat or with the teardrops. Making up our propellers there, and we've got our intakes. So you're making up the propeller onto the intake and then gluing the intakes on. Not good. That's not good. It's probably, you're going to have to do something different there. I'll have a look when I build it. You want to be adding those on during the build so you can blend them in and paint them and everything. You don't want to be putting them on afterwards. And then going along here, we've got the bomb trolley. So we've got the bomb actually sat on the trolley, or we can have the bomb sat on the actual aircraft itself. And the trolley, I've had a quick look on the sprues, the trolley's lovely. So you can have the aircraft on a separately available stand if you want. There's 2 separate types there. And then we're adding the little actuators for the ailerons there. There's a bomb trolley in front of it. And that is that. Sorry guys, that was just like endless waffle from me, wasn't it? Right, so we get the colour call out with 2 options. So we've got, this is AJT, and they're showing it there with the gun. So yeah, we've got the black undersides. There's some talk about the bomb. Was it green? Was it black? You make your own mind up. There's a lot of information about this which is still secret, even to this day. So there's a lot of stuff not really known. And then we've got AJE here, which was Robert Norman George Barlow of the Australian Air Force. So yeah, this one was lost in action. So yeah, unfortunate. But so there we go. There's the 2 different options there. If you want to know more about the Dambusters, have a look at my review of the book. There's a book called Dambuster Lancaster, which is nice. So we've got a decal sheet here, which is lovely, all in register, lovely colours, all very sharply printed, very, very nice. Sorry, got the flickering there from the lights, and yeah, very, very nice. So let's have a look at some plastic. We'll start off with the clear sprue. I've got this one out the bag, and I can assure you it goes straight back in. And as I said earlier, we've got the option here to have the flat sides or the teardrop sides in the main canopy. But unfortunately, in my experience, Airfix are let down with their clear parts. I could see some faults here straight away. This has got like a hair in it. It's something. It's like, it's not on the surface. It's in the plastic. And if you can see it there, it's like a hair in the plastic. You've got one here, and then you've got one here. But luckily the teardrop ones are okay, so I think we might be using both of them, I don't know. And I can see on there, I don't know if I can pick up in the camera, on the actual nose blister that we're going to be using, there's actually a fault in the mould. I can't pick it up on the camera, isn't that funny? I can see it in my eye with my eyes, but I can't pick it up on the camera. There's actually like a bulge in it here. It's like it's out of shape. Canopy itself looks okay. It's all quite thick, but yeah, and that's got that hair in it as well there. I don't know if you can pick that out. It's got the hair inside it. Obviously you've got the H2S radiator we will be using. Little dome for looking out the for the wireless operator. So yeah, obviously upper turret won't be using either because the Dambusters didn't have an upper turret. So there we go. There's the clear parts. Could be better. As I say, Airfix seem to be let down with their clear parts. The 24 scale Tiffy was the canopy was a mess on that, wasn't it? So now we've got our, this is the Dambuster specific trolley. So we've got our upkeep bomb there, the underbelly gun turret. We've got our doors there, shrouding for the rear, bomb trolley, wheels, bomb carrying frame, and it's all lovely, nice and crispy moulded in that usual sort of common now soft light grey Airfix plastic. Got some flash on the sprue there, but there's no flash on the parts. And yeah, lovely, really, really nice. That's the framework and the actual hydraulic motor for driving the for spinning the bomb. To spin the bomb backwards. Yeah, lovely, very nice. We've got this sprue here. Now a lot of this won't be used. We've got a pilot's figure there, which obviously I won't be using. And then we've got some bomb racks here, by the look of it. That's some undercarriage components here, more undercarriage parts. What's that? It's a tail wheel. The other half of the tail wheel is in the box. I haven't lost it. What's this? These are bomb bay door actuators, rudder pedals. It's part of the seat there. Control column, that aerial there. These are some of the aerials for the front, which I don't think this version uses. Actuators for the ailerons, elevators, and what have you. All very, very nice. There's the fairing there for the upper turret that obviously we won't be using, and the bomb bay doors. So yeah, they all very nice. Got a pilot's figure there, which could be better, but we'll be using him anyway. And then we've got these little bomb racks here, which are very nice. I'm assuming they're bomb racks. I assume they're bomb racks. And then we've got our undercarriage doors here. Unfortunately, we've got some ejector pin marks on the inside of them that'll have to be dealt with. And then we've got the actual bomb bay doors themselves, which we won't be using. They've got the correct shape in them. They've got ejector pin marks in them as well. And then all these little tiny parts here. That there is the seat base, which is nice, which is hollowed out. If you really want to add some interest to it, the middle of the seat base has got like a, I don't know, a cigarette packet size square cut into it. So you could add that detail if you wanted to. The control column's nicely detailed. It's got detail on the front and the back. Some of the other kits just have a hollow on the back. So yeah, nice undercarriage parts there as well, with lovely crisp moulding, especially for 72nd scale. Then we've got another sprue here. This is Sprue D, and we've got these are our selectable rear cowling parts for the from the back of the engines that go on the flaps. Wing rib supports there for in the undercarriage bays, which is nice. Those are actual flaps there. Turret parts, turret mounts, machine guns, all very nice. Machine guns obviously need to be drilled because they're not slide molded. Got the cockpit floor there with some very heavy rivet detailing, but hey, it's nice. Instrument panel, and as I say, it's got the correct, when you look at it from the side, the actual mount here should be angled back. A lot of kits have that straight. It should be angled back like that. And there's the teardrop over the pivot for the nose gun. But yeah, little bulkheads to go inside the undercarriage bays. All very nice indeed. Tail wheel, lovely. Machine guns there. You could perhaps replace them, but you know, once they're painted black, they probably look fine. Now we're on to the main sprues. So we've got here these are the upper wing surfaces, which have got a kind of nice matte texture to them, but they have got very heavy panel lines, as does the fuselage, very heavy. Bombay floor there, which is really nice. Looks like well detailed. What's this, tail planes here, and then we've got our elevators. Now what I'm hoping is these are the upper surfaces. Yeah, I can see it on the sprues now. This is the main spar. Well, that might be the tail spar. No, that is the main spar there. So that one's going to go in the front, and then we've got another spar which goes in the back. But yeah, we've got some nice detailing on there. We've got some lovely detailing inside the cockpit area. Great big ejector pin mark there, but hey, this is 1/72nd scale. So yeah, we've got the detail inside the main landing gear bays there, which is all very nice. All very crisply moulded, all very clean, and no ejector pin marks in the bomb bay, which is nice. refreshing. And as I say, flat spotted tyres. Next but last sprue. This is the starboard fuselage half. Lower wing surfaces. There's some nice detail. Again, we've got a lovely textured finish, and we've got the undersides of the elevators here, or the tailplanes, and they've got the correct access ports in there, the panels, and there's our front and rear bulkheads for the bomb bay. We've got fin there with separate rudders, which is nice. Another pair of wheels, another pair of wheel halves, should I say, and there's a tailplane spar, and again, nice detail in there. Engineer's panel there, which is going to get a decal on it, and yeah, lovely, all very nice. And then our final sprue, which is our engines and props. You won't be using those paddle blades, you'll be using these, the needle props. Be careful cleaning up and removing these from the sprue, get a nice edge on those prop blades, and then go around here. This is the shroud that goes over the rear turret, and we've got our fairings here which go inside the I just noticed I've got a part missing, I think. We've got our fairings there that go inside the on the front of the wings, and then we've got our intakes here for the engines, which are all very nice. They're all the same as they should be. Some other kits have two wider than the others. And then we've got our engines here, main engines and then outboard engines, exhaust pipes, spinners. All very nice, all lovely and crisp and clean. Not quite sure what that is there. Oh, that's part of the HS2 radar, isn't it? Radar, H2S radar, should I say. So obviously won't be using that. But yeah, you can see nice crisp detail on the panels there with the rivet detail and everything. All very nice. Radiator detail in there. And the correct shaped intakes, which is a refreshing change from that Revell barn door mess. So yeah, I'm glad I took the advice of some of you guys that told me to get this kit and don't bother with the Revell. It was advice well given, advice well received, so thanks for that. So yeah, I need to get onto Airfix now to get that part, because I think that part is missing. And basically, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I will be building this. I won't do a full online build of it, but I will do sort of bit by bit as we go, stage by stage. So thanks for watching. If you've liked this video, please like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and if you have subscribed already, thank you very much. Every subscription is valued. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.